Who pays the costs? Yep. If you're purchasing a home, who pays the tax? Who pays the costs? Hey, if you haven't watched the channel before, it's GillT. It's all about property, it's all about Cape Town, it's all about fun. Let's get to it, guys. Let's go and talk about this subject today. So hey, it's a wonderful day, middle of winter, and we're drinking coffee. Yep, coffee with Rob, as usual. Coffee. You guys must buy your own coffee, make it at home. You know, for what you guys pay for 4 coffees, I can literally go and make it at home and buy a bag of coffee, and it costs me what it costs you for 4 coffees, and I can brew it right here. And if you want instant coffee, same thing. So, and it lasts me so much longer. Even when I go to the beach, I take my coffee with me. Well, I go and pay, what's it, $25 for a cup of coffee. I mean, I can make so many cups of coffee for that. It cost me like $2 a cup or something. Anyway, just saying, the amount of coffee I drink, I'll be broke in no time if I have to buy it out all the time. Not to say I don't enjoy it if I find the right place, but some places just don't make it nice. But we're not talking about coffee, are we? We're talking about costs. Who pays the costs, right? And yeah, I had a follower, a subscriber mention that they purchased a place from someone, from an agent, and they're asking me, do I pay the tax? Do I have to pay the costs? And sending me the contract and everything. So, guys, if you're an agent, do me a favor. Explain things to your clients and tell them what's going on. Don't just leave it to chance. Let them know that these costs have got to be paid. Gee whiz. And if you want to be a millionaire real estate agent, pop down to the description. Gary Killer's book's down there, the link's down there. Go and read that. It's really going to help you. But listen, guys, transfer tax is free up to $1 million, but that doesn't mean the lawyer's costs and the bond costs and that sort of thing are free. The lawyers have to get paid, so that you still need money for that. But the big thing for clients is they purchase a home for $3 million, and then they get a bill for R250,000 because of transfer duties and things like that. It's quite a shock if they haven't been told, right? And VAT is payable right from the start. I mean, there's no getting around VAT. So if it's VATable, if you're a company, you're going to have to pay the VAT. So if you're the buyer, you've got to have this budget in your pocket to pay these costs. This is not something that's free. The seller pays the brokerage and that sort of thing, and the certificates of compliance. Okay, that's all the seller has to pay. They sell it and off it goes. And if the seller sells it on his own without an agent, then he doesn't even have to pay the brokerage. He's just straight up, there he goes. Okay, just has to choose a lawyer that's going to sort it out. The buyer has to pay the lawyer's fees, conveyancing fees. Has to pay the bond fees for the loan that he's taking and conveyancing fees for that. And you've got to pay the transfer duty. And if it's VAT, you've got to pay that too. VAT is obviously calculated on a business basis. So, if you're a buyer and you want to purchase a home, make sure you've got a budget for this money, because you can't borrow it. It doesn't come off the bank loan, right? This is money that you've got to take out your pocket. Cash. Okay? It's cash money. You need to take it out of your pocket. Not free. So, yeah, guys, it's a short one today. You know, I'm not going to go on and on about this, but I've gone on about this before. And I've spoken about this before. Yet people still throw the question at me. Who pays the costs? And not to mention, they're in shock when they find out they've got to pay the costs, because the agent hasn't told them you're going to have to pay the costs. Guys, you've got to tell the guys you're going to pay the costs. Explain your contract to your clients so that they know what they're in for, what they've got to pay for. COCs are another big thing that irks me, that the seller's got to pay. Everyone tells them it's 450 Rand per COC and blah, 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 blah. and then they get a bill for 12 grand because of all the repairs, and it's every single time these guys take that knock. So watch out for that. There's going to be repairs and there's going to be costs involved. Make sure you've got money to pay for that, and take it off the sale price, because it's going to come off somewhere down the line. But if you're buying, make sure you've got a lot of money in the bank. And the same goes if you're going to change your rental. If you're going to rent a property and you're going to go and, as a tenant, go and find a place to stay, you're going to need a deposit, guys. And at least, well, in most cases, 1.5 to 2 months, some cases 3 months, up front, plus your rent in advance. So you've basically got to have the deposit for a house to go and rent a property. Keep that in mind if you're moving as well. Not free. Okay, that's a lot of money that you've got to fork out for a deposit. Most people don't have it. Most people don't have it lying around in their savings accounts or anything like that. Okay, so keep your eyes open for that. Who pays the costs? The buyer pays the costs, always. And the same goes for the tenant. The tenant pays the costs when they go in. Alright, so there you are. That's this week's video, just to let you know who's paying the costs, because I got that question and it was quite a surprise to me that I'm still getting that question from people. You know, if you're in the game and you're an agent and you're selling a property, make sure you tell your client what they're going to pay, because that can scuttle your deal completely and fall off the bus. Because if I can't pay the costs, you can't go ahead with the deal, right? How's it going to work? And really, guys, you talk about suing for contracts, it's a bit of a joke, right? Okay. You can't bleed rock from a stone. You know, if there isn't money and you're suing them, someone's going to pay those costs at the end of the day, and it's going to be you. You're going to pay the attorney's costs for all that suing and whatnot, and the judge will say that guy's going to pay you 10 rand a month for the rest of his life. Right? You still got to pay. So don't spend 3 years chasing a small brokerage or whatever when you can be just doing another deal and making some money there. You know, it's life. It's how it goes. Life goes like that. People don't understand that contracts are binding. Yeah, that's how it goes. Okay, guys, thanks. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Always like, comment, and subscribe. And like I said, you want to be a millionaire real estate agent, go and check out the book. Fantastic. It's in the description below. Go and enjoy it. Till next week, guys. It's Rob GillT. Chat soon.